Good.
All right, guys, it's Abby with Whip Family Fit. Welcome back to our channel. The most liked video so far that we've done has been a week of lean and greens. So that's what we're gonna kick off this week, a week of lean and greens. It is Sunday, and so we're gonna kick it off, and I'm gonna hope to get you 7 meals this week. So I don't do everything from scratch. I wanna show you kind of a mixture of easy things that I find grab and go, also some great recipes. So tonight we're gonna do a little bit of Mexican food. It's a little leftover from what we did this weekend, but I will walk you through it. So what I have here is about 2.5 cups of spaghetti squash. This was one whole spaghetti squash. I cut it in half. I put it face down in a Pyrex dish with a little bit of water, and I put it in the microwave for 20 minutes. Then I just scraped out the flesh of the meat, and I find spaghetti squash is great as a replacement for pasta. It's great as a replacement for rice. And with Mexican food, you can't have rice and beans, so to me, this works really well. So I'm just gonna pour this into a bowl. And I'm gonna say, yeah, it's really about 2.5 cups. So if you're looking at a 1/2 cup vegetable serving, I'm gonna add about 1 cup of tomatoes here. So I'm gonna say this is gonna be like 6 servings of green. So I just did a can of the diced, it's like the off-brand Rotel, diced tomatoes with chilies. I just put it straight in the blender with a little bit of cumin, okay? So I'm just gonna dump that in here. It's gonna give it a very southern, I guess, Latin American vibe. And then I also have a bag of, this was left over from tacos this weekend. It's just some chopped jalapenos, some chopped green onions, and some cilantro. I'm gonna save a little bit to top on my tacos, so I'm gonna put about half of this in here just for a little bit of green color. A little extra spice with these jalapenos. You can hear the kids in the background. They're eating their burritos over there. All right, so I'm just gonna stir this up, and what I'm gonna do is we're actually going to be making a chicken taco soup tomorrow night. So I'm gonna save what I don't eat for our green tonight of this spaghetti squash and reuse it tomorrow night for our chicken taco soup, along with the rest of the shredded chicken that we don't use either. So I try to reuse stuff and be versatile, but like reinvent it in a new way for leftovers. So I'm not gonna warm this whole bowl up. I'm just gonna mix it all together, and then I'm just gonna microwave a 1 cup serving for me tonight because I need 2 greens in addition to the lettuce cups / jicama tortillas that I'm gonna use on the tacos. So I will show you that in just a minute, but this was finished product. This is a great side dish for any Mexican kind of meal. Just spaghetti squash rotel and some greens. That's good.
You're live.
All right, here we go. So guys, this dinner tonight is really putting it together. So, jicama wraps. These are from Trader Joe's. If you live near a Trader Joe's, you should definitely get them. If you can't use jicama wraps, lettuce works just fine, or even like the cauliflower wraps. But jicama is a root vegetable, and it works perfect as a tortilla. I just warmed it up in the microwave for 30 seconds. I have 3 of them. 3 of these count as 1 green on plan. So I told you about the spaghetti squash a little bit ago. I just topped that with a tablespoon of reduced fat shredded cheddar cheese for 1/2 of a condiment. Then I've got, and 2 greens, I've got my other green here. And I am going to, I measured out 5 ounces of 96.4 ground beef with taco seasoning on it that we had the other night. I'm just gonna make my tacos. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna split this evenly between each of my tortillas. We are definitely Mexican food people, so this is right up our alley. So we like the jicama tortillas. They taste really good. They're just a little bit crunchier, so that's something to get used to. Okay, so I'm not gonna put any cheese on these, but I am going to do some shredded lettuce. I don't really count this because I'm using just such a little bit. I'm just gonna do some shredded lettuce on top. I'm gonna do a little bit of salsa for another 1/2 of a condiment. Okay, and this is just my favorite restaurant style salsa. It's just veggies. So I'm gonna put a little bit of salsa on each one. And then I'm also gonna put the remainder of that cilantro jalapeno green onion mix that I said. Like I said, this is a leftover dinner, but it's still really good and fulfills the entire lean and green requirement. So I'm just gonna dump those greens on there real quick. And then I'm also gonna do a little bit of lime juice, which this does count as a condiment. So I'm gonna count this as a condiment as well. And just do a squeeze of lime juice over each taco. I really find it just brings a lot of freshness. So Sunday night, lean and green meal, whoop, runaway lime. Lean and green meal number 1 for the week. You've got your delicious spaghetti squash. I guess you could call it rice. And then your 3 street tacos. So hopefully you find this helpful, and I have 6 more meals coming at you the rest of the week. All right, guys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to night 2 of our weekend Lean and Greens. It is Monday night, and we are going to make a little bit of a taco soup tonight. And we're going to be using the things that were just left over from the weekend, like I said in our video last night. So here's what I'm going to do. I have a pot heating on the stove, and I am going to put in half a cup of celery, okay? And I'm only going to make 2 servings of this stew because that's how much chicken I have. And also my kids probably won't eat this soup anyway, so I'll probably make them some mac and cheese. But I put a half a cup of celery in, and I'm also going to put a half a cup of green onions. So those together will count as 1 green for a serving, okay? And this is kind of just a dump and go kind of soup. So I'm going to put those into the pot. Then I'm going to put in, I have, 8 ounces of shredded chicken. Now this chicken was cooked the other day. I made it for a different recipe. It's got taco seasoning, salsa, and chicken broth, and I cooked it in the Instapot. So this is going to count as 1 condiment per serving with the salsa and the taco seasoning. So I'm going to dump this into my pot. Now, when you eat chicken on plan, you should have 6 ounces because it's white meat chicken. And I only have 8 ounces for the 2 servings. So we're going to do an ounce of cheese on top of each of our bowls of soup. We're also going to do a little bit of Greek yogurt for a condiment and some cilantro. So that's how we're going to top it. And I'll definitely show you that. So I've got this going in my pot. So if you're keeping count, I have my lean per person in there. I have 1 green per person. I need to add 2 more greens per person. And to do that, I'm going to add 2 cups of this spaghetti squash rotel mixture that I used yesterday in our recipe. So I have leftovers, and I'm just going to put 2 cups of that in there, okay? Which is almost all of what's left. So 2 cups of that go into the pot, okay? So far, are you liking how easy this is? It's just dump and go. And taco shredded chicken is something that I keep in our house all the time, on plan, because it's easy. Okay, so now, this is homemade chicken broth. This is the remainder, what I cooked the chicken in, this is what it is, okay? So this has been in my fridge for a few days. I am going to measure this because chicken broth counts as a condiment per cup. So I'm going to do probably 2 cups per person, but we'll just kind of see how thick it needs to be here. Chicken broth is one of those things, it's only 10 calories. You're more worried about it from a sodium perspective. I do use reduced sodium and fat-free chicken broth. It's only 10 calories for a cup, but it is a lot of sodium. So as long as you're drinking like a gallon of water a day, you should be fine on the sodium perspective. Hi. Yes, Mommy's doing a thing. Just a second. So I'm going to measure out 2 cups of chicken broth to go right into the pan. And then whatever I need to supplement, sorry, I'm going to do 2 cups per person. So I'm going to do probably 2 of these, and then this is really thick. So I'll probably just do also 2 regular cups of chicken broth that doesn't have anything in it. Oops, I'm spilling and making a mess. That was messy. Okay, so 2 cups of the one that had the salsa in it from cooking the chicken. And then, let me wash my hands. I'm going to do also 2 cups. Whoop, I'm also going to do 2 cups of regular chicken broth. Reduced sodium, just plain chicken broth. 2 cups in there. All right, so let me show you what we've got. I'm just going to make 2 really big, hold on, the kids are freaking out. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, so here is my big pot of soup. This is 2 servings, so you're going to get a giant bowl. We're going to top it with an ounce of cheese, and then some Greek yogurt and some cilantro. So for the lean, there are 4 ounces per person of chicken in here, so we're going to do 1 ounce of cheese on top of the soup. I've got half a cup of celery, half a cup of onion. That counts as 1 green. And then I have 2 cups of spaghetti squash, which counts as 2 greens for each of us. So that is your complete lean and green once you add the cheese. Condiment-wise, I did count the chicken stock as 1 condiment and then the salsa as another, and we'll do the Greek yogurt on top. So this should be a delicious and filling stew, an easy weeknight recipe using leftovers.